What's up? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music as a musician myself. Today's the return of Ys. This is Ys 7, Legend of the Five Great Dragons, requested by Kalanen. This is a 2-for-1 video, because after that we're going to be checking out something. It's called, excuse me, Falcom vs. JDK Band 2010, Legend of the Five Great Dragons. I am assuming that is going to be a live recording or a super range or something. Anyways, Falcom music. Let us begin with Legend of the Five Great Dragons. No. It's been like 3 different songs already. Interesting having the guitar only on the right side. There's double bass, which is right here, but it's so quiet. I've never heard double bass pedal that quiet. Nice. That was cool too. I just noticed something right before I clicked the next video. I just noticed that every Ys background, inside the letters, has some sort of nature in the picture. Anyways, this one's a little longer. Falcom vs. JDK Band 2010. I can't imagine what this is going to sound like, but here we go. I'm kind of nervous for this one. If this addresses one thing about the last song, then we'll see. It sure did. Oh my god. Yep. Oh, that's so good. Because I can hear it now. Let's see if they address the kick pedal. Wow, the guitar sounds incredible. Pretty damn good. Was this in the last song? I don't remember this. You know it's gonna like slingshot back into the... There was no way he was gonna stay there. The rhythm sounds so cool. It's just fair. That is so good. Nice hi-hat. Is that a little choir right here? It's kind of faint right here. I don't know if I'm hearing things. Damn. I think it's safe to, as a general blanket statement, would you guys agree that Ys is overall progressive rock, progressive metal? I feel like it's more so than a lot of other games. I think a lot of other games have like some hints of prog here and there, but it's like non-stop prog with Ys. Very technical stuff, hard to play, hard to write, hard to record, you know, like it's very, it's almost like what I consider, and I don't mean this in any mean way, but it's just like kind of like a show-off genre, but warranted, right? The first name that comes to mind, I think, for 90% of people is Dream Theater, as that. I mean, they're like synonymous with the word prog. But that's kind of like what I base it off of, because if you ever watch them and hear them, you can tell they're like some of the best musicians in the world all in one band. That's kind of what I think of like when I think of prog. I think of like everyone being like exceptional at their instrument, and they always give them chances to shine. So you'll always hear solos from like random instruments instead of just a guitar. You'll hear a bass solo, a guitar solo, this, maybe even a drum solo sometimes. So the first one, very cool, and I like the, for lack of a better word, the video gamey sound it had, and the melodies were strong, and I knew they were strong going into the second one. But to be totally honest, there was two things that were gnawing at me. One was it was cool to have the double bass kick, which, if you're not familiar with that sound, that is like mostly used in heavy metal. It's when drummers using two, well, he's not using two kick drums, he's using one kick drum with a double pedal. So it's like, but it was so hard to hear. There was no punch to it that it was almost not worth putting in if you're not going to like make it stand out, in my opinion. Like if you want to put that in a song, it adds a whole lot of tension, but it's got to be like mixed properly. But I think that was kind of the general feeling of the first one, was the mixing was a little odd, because the guitars, truthfully, in my opinion, sounded bad. They sounded very rough, I guess. And by rough, I mean like barely mixed, just almost a direct signal with a little bit of tweaking. There was like no bass in it. It was just straight like distortion, a lot of gain. And when it's mixed that way, it kind of, there's like this like threshold. It goes from like clean signal to like overdriven to distorted, and then after that it gets a little bit like stabby in your ear. This one was kind of towards that. It was past distortion. It was just like, okay, I get it, it's there. But I was listening to the melody because I was purposely trying to not focus on the bad tone of the guitar. This is always just my opinion, I'm a guitar player. But it was really sharp. It was a really like stabbing sound. But the stuff it was doing was cool. And that's why when I came to the second one, I was like, okay, well, I hope they, one, addressed the guitar tone, which they did with flying colors. There's like no comparison. The guitar sounds unbelievable in this one. Not only does it sound better than the last one, but it on its own, it just sounds really good. You can hear everything. It doesn't get drowned in the mix. You can hear the lead from the rhythm. I like how there was even like another lead tone for the solo, which was totally different. Right during that whole solo section, where I think there was like a violin solo and maybe a horn solo as well. This one, though, the second one, suffered a little bit from not having a bunch of bass. It was there, but I couldn't really hear it. And then the drums were good. They were a lot better, but I believe they took out the double bass part where it was normally, and I think they moved it to the solo. I could be wrong about that. There's not a whole lot of information from a first listen, but I think that's what I got. But that's just the musical nitpicks of mine. Otherwise, I think the song was really good. I think it was one of the more catchy songs, one of the more memorable songs, I should say, because of the layers it had were really good. And full bias, the riffs in this were really cool as a guitar player. A lot of thrashy, kind of like black metal stuff too. A lot of palm muting, very rhythmic type of guitar playing. Yeah, that was cool. I could be wrong. Please let me know if I'm confusing this with something else. First of all, I think JDK has a lot of songs in Falcom. Like, I think them and Falcom are pretty closely tied together. But also, is JDK band the same as the Super Robot Wars series? I could just look this up, but I'd rather just ask. I know they use a band, but I don't know if it's this one. Also, is this band like an actual regular band, or is this like a band created like in studios and for games and stuff like that? Either way, Legend of the Five Great Dragons, let me know what that is. Really cool song. I really prefer the second one. And the first one would be really, really dope if the guitar just sounded a little better. And the kick drum, but whatever. I mean, who cares? It's just I listen to all these with headphones that are high quality, so I can hear everything, which sometimes could be good or bad. It's a blessing and a curse. But I mean, if you hear the first one and the second one back to back, you can tell the second one was just like miles ahead, quality wise. In my opinion. These are my opinion in these videos, anyways. So let me know if you agree or disagree. That's totally fine too. I mean, I'm curious as to why people think things. That's why I love my comment section, because I like to hear people constructively be like, well, actually, I don't agree with you because blah blah blah. That's cool. You can disagree. It's fine. This is not a YouTube channel where I'm gonna maim you for having I don't care. You guys can think whatever you want. If you allow me to think how I want, then I'm just returning the favor. Anyways, thank you, Kalanen. Thanks to everyone that you see here. Thanks to you for watching. My name is Jesse in the Auditorium. East rules, Falcom rules, video game music rules. Peace.